Hello, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today we're going to be checking out this absolute beast, the Textura Digital Canvas from, I'm going to say, Vieunite? The Textura Digital Canvas will set you back 490 British quids, which might sound like a lot for something that just sits on your wall and can't even play Netflix. But when you consider the price of a proper bit of nice art, it's actually rather affordable, with the added bonus that you can quickly and easily, and more importantly at no extra cost, change up that artwork when you fancy it. So let's whip it on out the box, test it out, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So what you've got in the box is one ruddy massive digital art frame, one quick start installation guide, you've got a screen installation template for if you're mounting this thing on the wall, and then a Vieunite box. And in here you've got yourself a power adapter, complete with two interchangeable heads, plus all of the other bits you would need to actually mount this frame to the wall. They've even chucked in a cute wee spirit level so you don't hang it all wonky. So yeah, you can mount this digital art frame to the wall if you want to, otherwise if you're lazy like me you can just slap it down on any surface. And it's fully adjustable as well, so it can be hung either horizontally or vertically. As you can see there, the actual frame does snap away quickly and cleanly from the canvas. And you've got four to choose from: walnut, pine, birch, otherwise just plain black. And that frame does feel premium through and through, solidly constructed, no issues there. And it's only a couple of inches thick, so it doesn't jut right out of the wall. Now, of course, this digital canvas doesn't have any kind of built-in battery or anything, so it does need to be plugged in full time. Yeah, you'll definitely want to employ some DIY skills to hide that cable. But anyway, when you've stuck this digital canvas where you want it and plugged it in, what you'll need to do next is download the Vieunite app. If you've got an Android smartphone, you can grab this from the Play Store. Otherwise, if you've got an iPhone, it's available on Apple's App Store. The app will just run you briefly through all the various features, and then you can either continue as a guest or sign up for an account. You've got to enter your email, your name, and your date of birth, and rather amusingly, you can actually say you were born in the future, Kyle Reese style. I came back to protect you, Sarah Connor, and also enjoy some digital art. And with that done, we now need to pair up to our Textura digital frame, and then we just need to scan the QR code that pops up on that Textura once it loads up. And as you can see, we're good to go. Now the main controls for your Textura are found back in that menu, as you can see there. You can see your current artwork and any other artworks that you've slapped on there recently. So you can quickly and easily flip between a few of your favorites. In here you can also set a schedule for your Textura. You can set an individual schedule for every single day of the week, otherwise select multiple days. Just set a start time and an end time. And it just means your digital canvas won't be pointlessly switched on when there's no one around to admire it. And you've also got various other settings that you can play around with. So for instance, you can set the orientation, you can change up the display brightness, and if you want the Textura to display a slideshow of images, you can set the duration that each image pops up for, be it hours, minutes, or mere seconds. Now when it comes to beaming art to that Textura, well thankfully the Vieunite app is absolutely stuffed with great pieces and a massive variety as well. And thankfully there's no extra subscription charges or whatever, you can just browse the collection. Got everything from classic posters to photography, pretty much every genre of painting you can imagine. Plenty of modern art and trippy shenanigans as well as more classical stuff. There's quite a few sections you can browse through if you're not feeling particularly inspired, otherwise you can search for a particular piece. And yes, dig deep enough and you'll even find some anime related shenanigans. So it definitely gets the Uncle Spurt thumbs up. And there's also a library section in the app where you can quickly store all of your favorites and access them again. Otherwise, if you're a bit bored of this selection, well, no worries, you can always chuck on your own photos. So here's an Uncle Spurt original. No, rather than staring at paintings of morose looking strangers, you can just stare at pictures of your morose looking family members. You can even, if you want to, display your home movies on this thing. Just make sure you don't accidentally add in any of your private clips from that wet weekend in Windsor. I might shock any guests that turn up. As for that 27-inch display, well, it's a bit of a cracker. Vieunite has carefully constructed it to make it perfect for displaying art. The diffused anti-glare finish means that you don't get any sunlight or other reflections beaming off that surface and ruining the artwork. It's a high-resolution panel as you'd expect, so every image is finely detailed, no pixelation, no graininess. Paintings appear to have actual proper texture, and colours are reasonably vibrant as well when you've got a more vivid image on display. So that right there, in a nutshell, is the Textura digital canvas. And I've got to say, I really like it. If you've got a big bit of wall space that you're trying to fill, but you can't decide on whether you want to paint in, whether you want some family portraits, well, this saves you the bother of having to decide because you can switch it up on the fly. That's what I reckon anyway. What do you guys think? It would be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a really great rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.